After 5 games, we're in the playoff places, and sometimes, just sometimes, you have to pinch yourself to realise if this is real or is it not, or is it just a dream, is it a fantasy, or is it real? Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14, I think I want to say, 14 of the Hednesford Town Road to League 2 on Football Manager 2018, and technically the second episode of the second season of the Hednesford Town save in the National League North. Now, somebody did point out in the comments that I did say the National League South last time. Sorry, it's now the National League North. It is the National League North, but at least you could see the bright side. It was quite funny, but I have to pinch myself, not too hard, because, you know, I'm only doing it for dramatic effect, but we're on 9 points after 5 games, and we're in the playoff places. I mean, it's absolutely bonkers. A team that come up last year, we're in the playoff places. Now, I know that it's only 5 games, and I know that the team's only separated by 13 points. In Nuneaton Town, if Kev is watching, that's amazing. But if Kev, you're watching, you need to sort Nuneaton out. Jesus Christ, that's awful. But, yeah, there's only 13 points that separate the whole table, so I'm not going to be too positive so far. But it's been a really good start to the season, you know. We've had a really good start. After those 2 games we had in camera, we've won 2 and obviously lost the 1. So we played against Brackley and Harrogate, obviously. And then after that, we beat FC United and Manchester 1-0, which I thought was fantastic. It was our biggest attendance yet at the Keys Park for an actual league game, a domestic game, if you like, at 1,149, 459, sorry. I keep saying Hednesford fans. 459 Manchester fans, I know I'd get there in the end, attending the game at Keys Park, which is really cool. And we won that 1-0, courtesy of a Skeblehorn goal. Then we lost against Kidderminster Harriers in a very similar fashion to when we lost to Harrogate away from home as well. We still haven't lost at home, and we beat Bradford Park Avenue, as you can see there, but we'll move on to that in just a second. But obviously, in those 2 games, we dropped points late on. Joe Ironside getting the killer for Kidderminster Harriers, 88 minutes in there, and Glenn Taylor getting the killer 90 minutes in, of course, against Harrogate. Then we beat Bradford Park Avenue, who didn't look very good. Of course, last season, bearing in mind, we played them in the FA Trophy second qualifying round, get it right. And we lost them on penalties, but clearly this season, we were a lot better than them. We beat them 3-1. They actually went 1-0 up, but after we went a bit attacking, James Laurie, Nat Jarvis got a goal as well, with Billy Jones scoring from a penalty to make it his 3rd goal already this season, and our top goal scorer, as you can see in the top goal scorer list. So today we're playing against Telford United, our real local rivals. There's only about 25 miles between Keys Park and Telford, so it's really local. And then we're playing against Chester as well in 2 games at Keys Park. Hopefully we can get 6 points out of 6. Quite interesting though, going into this game, of course, we have Fitzpatrick, who is going to be playing against his old team, Telford United. He played there in the 17 to 18 season, and he played there basically in the 16 to 17 season, stayed there until Hednesford bought him in the 17 and 18 season. And what a signing he was by Hednesford. And also, a player who would be playing against his former team would be Ben Bailey, and he's out for 6 to 9 weeks after a damaged kneecap in the last game. And I thought it's a bit suspicious, thinking, has he just missed out on that game on purpose against Telford? Well, basically, he played in Telford's side in 16 to 17. I believe 16-17 would be the first year that Hednesford were in the Evo stick. Yes, which it is. So that he obviously wants to stay in the Vanarama National League North. He played 26 games and then thought, I want to come back home now. And he's come back to Hednesford, and he's playing ever since then, and that's brilliant. But unfortunately, we won't get a game today. So we've got Fitzpatrick and Bailey both playing against their former team, but obviously Bailey does not get a pick. So then our tactics stream, we're going Wallacott in goal, Wright, Wheatley and Berra and Jones across the back. It's quite a weak back line, but unfortunately, actually I'm going to put Walshy in place of Berra. To be fair, I did do the team sheet yesterday, and Oshi's a real difference in match fitness and injury risk, so we'll put him on as well. And then we've got Mo Adams, Forley and Fitzpatrick, Laurie, Jarvis and Skeblehorn. And Chris Forsey has to go on the bench because obviously of the injury of Macaulay Davis, who's out for another 3 weeks. Could have put Luke Rogers on there, but Chris Forsey's got much better match fitness. Now, an interesting thing before we start, Ashley Williams. Now, if you heard Ashley Williams, you should have heard Ashley Williams. He's actually signed for Lille. If I've pronounced that awfully, I do apologise. He's only left for £525,000 because he's only 34 years of age now. But we've received 2% of the transfer fee as a solidarity contribution as part of the deal. And it bounced to 10.74k, which for Hednesford is a pretty big amount. And if you didn't know, Ashley Williams did actually start here back in 2001 to 2003 to 4, and then went to Stockport in the lower leagues, and then joined Swansea on loan. And then it all started with all that lovely fairy tale stuff. He went up to the Premier League, really rose to that level, and then played for Everton, of course, for a while. They paid 11 million for him. Really? Bit much, wasn't it? Blimey. But, yeah, well done. You know, we've got 10k for that, and that's really good. But now it's time to play against Telford United. And with that lovely transition, we're ready for kick-off at Keys Park with obviously our team being explained before. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. I wonder if that Bramall is Cohen Bramall's brother. Cohen Bramall, basically, we used to play for Hednesford, and I don't know if it's been well documented or not, but he's actually playing for Arsenal now. He played for us for a year, and then Arsenal bought him for 40k. All of 40k, I know, but it doesn't look like it's Cohen's brother. But oh well. At least we tried. But Lucy, I recognise him. He used to play for Liverpool, didn't he? Yes, he did. I'm glad I got that one right. He came in the Liverpool Academy, went to Bolton on a free, went to Southport on a free, and now he's down in the National League North. Ouch. And then we got Marsh, who might well have played for us as well. Yes, he did. Blimey. They're all Liverpool rejects at Telford, aren't they? Sheffield, Chester, and now Telford. I don't recognise any of the other players, though, in that team. Anybody on the bench? No, I don't. But as long as we beat them today, that's all that matters. And really what we're playing for is to gain points in the league and also for local superiority at the end of the day. We're really close to them in the table. Probably end up as a 0-0 draw, you know. And probably end up a bit like the Liverpool and Everton derby on Sunday, which I was a bit disgusted over, to be honest. We'll have a quick discussion about that. The penalty, it was a penalty. I don't know what Klopp was going on about, but I can understand his anger because we blew it away. I mean, we could have seriously won 5 or 6, but we just kept dancing it around the box. So I often reference Arsenal in this because Arsenal have got a tendency to like to walk it into the goal. And that's what I felt we were doing on Sunday. And it was just, well, it was awful. It was really, really awful. And it wasn't a good game to watch. You know, I just had a nice play in the snow with some of my younger family members. And we scored a goal. So having a nice play in the snow, you know, my younger family members. And came in at 2:15 ready for the game. And I was just like, oh, God, this isn't going to go well. And I thought, oh, it might be, you know, 5 or 6-0. Never mind. But back to the Hednesford game. This is the real important stuff. Hugo Scapelthorne gets an assist. And Nat Jarvis gets his goal. What a signing Nat Jarvis was last year, you know. It took him a little bit while to blend into the squad. But after that, he's really fit in really nicely. And he's getting the goals. Now, and hopefully that's not a penalty. And actually, what we're going to do while we're here is just stay on the feet. Because I feel like we're giving away too many penalties. And to be honest, I would rather them score in normal time. That sounds silly, score in normal time rather than give away a penalty. But in the box again, Laurie makes it 2-0 Hednesford. And I just have to pinch myself sometimes. I don't know how we are playing so well in this league. Whether it's just being a professional club now, that makes us better somehow, I don't know. Is it just because we've got the fans behind us, the fans behind the manager, a good team spirit, because we're playing well? I really do not know. But I cannot complain. This is fantastic. 2-0 up against Telford United. And that sees them down to 10th and us up to 4th, which is absolutely fantastic. But bear in mind, of course, it's not all over yet. You know, we've still got 65 minutes left in this game, and anything could happen. And there's 30 minutes gone in this first half. 2 goals up, that's fantastic. Boston United are in the playoffs as well. They haven't lost a game yet, which is interesting. Tamworth, obviously local rivals to us again, are in 12 points as well. But Chorley are leading the table at the moment. And Blythe Spartans are beating Tamworth 2-0. So actually, Tamworth, we're on 12 points from 5 games. That's a real gutting one for Tamworth if they go on to lose today. But brilliant stuff against Telford. 2 goals in 2 minutes. And we just got to make sure, there we go. Don't look at the scoreboard and think the job's done. We just have to pick up where we left off. That's exactly what I would say. It's fantastic stuff there. And yeah, we have played really well in this division so far. And I'm not even saying it's because of my tactics or I'm a great manager or anything like that. I'm not going to be cocky or anything like that. I don't get it, how we're playing well. But at the same time, I'm not going to complain about it. It's quite phenomenal, really, to see how well we're playing. It's brilliant, actually. But is it going to be 2-1 now? They're hovering around the box. Marsh, what a shot that was. And what a duo of saves from that shot from, I think it was Lucy, and then from Barnes Harner, who's playing up front. Now, Boston United are winning against Stockport County, which puts them at the top of the table temporarily, and what a shot that was there, and what a stop from Wallacott. I think it's a brilliant signing for us. I mean, Jose Vega was a good keeper last year, but he was probably getting on a bit, and he's probably got a bit better athleticism, I suppose you could say, has Wallacott, and Lewis Wright's injured. That's a bit of a problem for us. I think we're going to have to change the formation for the first time in a while. So we're going to play 3 at the back, which I hate to do. People who know me, it was well documented, I hate playing 3 at the back. And we're going to play like this. We're going to play very narrow, actually. We're going to put you as a deep line flanker. I'm going to defend. And just play... Just play narrow. And see how it goes. See how that formation goes. If we lose now, I'm going to blame Lewis Wright. But Lewis Wright's injured, so we're going to have to play a 3-1... 3-1... No, 3-1... 3-1, 3-1-2. That's an unorthodox formation, if ever I said so myself. But with 70 minutes in there, they've got a corner. Dawson puts it in for Goodliff, and that's 2-1. Oh, no, this is close. This is going to be close. And there's 19 minutes left. Hopefully, we don't concede once again. But Ben Clapperson gets it from assist from Ben Goodcliffe. Is it Goodliff? No, Goodlife. Goodliff? I don't know. He's got a yellow card anyway. That's all that matters for them. But, right, we're going to make another sub now. Chris Fawcett will come on for Skeppelhorn. He looks quite tired. And hopefully Chris Fawcett, as we've seen before, when he comes on, he scores. So that would be quite nice if he could. But Jarvis has got the throw in now. Puts to Laurie. Don't lose the ball, for heaven's sake. Fawley to Adams to Laurie. To Fawley again to Fitzpatrick. To Jarvis. Put it in for Fawcett. Just do when he plays, he scores and all that chant. But Jarvis' slide tackle there by Goodliff, who apparently was a good tackle. But they've got a counter-attack now. Oh, God. Marsh. We've intercepted that. No, but they've got it back. Newby on the wing. Puts it in to Barnes-Harner. Oh, Barnes-Horner even, not Barnes-Harner. But that was just off the post. And this could be a real nervous 10 minutes for us. But another goal would really help us and give us a bit of security. But Jarvis to Fitzpatrick on the wing. Put it in the box. Get in the mixer. Fitzpatrick. Put it in. To Laurie. To Laurie. Oh, and Durl, is it? Durl saves that from James Laurie. And it's real end-to-end stuff. And if we can hold on to this win, it'd be a fantastic statement to make to the rest of the league from us. Because Telford, no mean feat though, really. You know, they've been in the National League North for a number of years. And it's a really good achievement for them to stay in this league. And it's an even better achievement for us to be beating them as it stands. Herc to Newby. Put it into Marsh, and Wallacott gets that. That's fantastic saving from Wallacott. And as I said before, what a fantastic signing he's been. We'll probably concede now, but Fawcett's on the ball. And he loses it, unfortunately, there. Unlucky stuff. Cundy to Dawson on the wing. Wheatley gets that back. Fawley, just whack it out. Just get it out. Nice. That'll do. That'll do for the moment. Goodliff. Back to Durl. Puts it out. Can we get to that? Fitzpatrick does. Fawcett on the ball now. Let's keep the ball, mate. To Jarvis in the box. He shoots and he scores. Chris Fawcett? Chris Jarvis, I was going to say that. Where's Chris Jarvis? I could understand Matt Jarvis, who used to play for the Wolves. But what a fantastic assist that was from Chris Fawcett. Great hold-up play in a way. And we've got another goal back. Brilliant play from Fawcett there. Puts it through to Jarvis on the side of the two defenders. They weren't expecting that. I'd have probably got in the middle of the two defenders, but he wasn't expecting that. And Jarvis gets his second of the game. That's fantastic stuff. And we are going to successfully beat our local rivals, Telford, now, and go home with the bragging rights in this game, which is brilliant, brilliant stuff. And it's a penalty. Well, that's interesting. You know, Dawson gets the... Dawson tackles him to get the penalty, and Nat Jarvis could get his hat-trick. What a brilliant thing this would be for the end of the game. Is he going to step up? He steps up, and he makes it 4-1. Fantastic, that is. And that's his 5th goal of the season. Fantastic stuff there. I don't know why it says Hugo Skeppelhorn assisted that, because Hugo Skeppelhorn's on the bench. But there we go. Doesn't really matter, but it was never in doubt, was it? Well, it was massively in doubt. With 10 minutes to go, I was you know, shaking and really nervous about that, but We've won 4-1, which is absolutely fantastic. Fawcett won us the penalty. Fawcett assisted us the goal, and that's top-notch from Fawcett. And apparently Dan McDonald predicts a win for Telford, and certainly didn't see Hednesford winning this one. And we're really upsetting the odds in the Vanarama National League North now. We're in the 4th place, and this is quite fantastic stuff. The next week we've got a game against Chester at home again, and the morale looks exceptional, extremely good, very good, and that is absolutely fantastic. So, I'll see you next week. Can we make it 6 points out of 6? So we're back at Keys Park a week later for the game against Chester. And in the team today we're playing Wallacott, Bellinger and Bauer again. Obviously Bauer's coming for Wheatley, because Wheatley has now got a high injury risk. So we're going to rotate the squad a little bit and see how that goes. Noshi's back, of course, as well. Then we've got Law playing at left back. He played fantastically in his debut. Have I shown you Law yet? I don't think I have, actually. Ryan Law is on loan from Plymouth. Really good player, and in his first game, he's only played 2 matches, but in his first game, he got a 7.6 rating and got an assist pretty much as soon as he came on the pitch, and has played really well so far. So hopefully he can be a player that we might be able to get in the future as a solid left-back. He's only 19 as well, and has got a real good appetite to win here at Hednesford. We've got Mo Adams, of course, then, at defensive midfield, and there's no changes that way forward, so there's no point telling you about those. Then we've got Alfie Crooks on the bench replacing Alan Burton on the bench, and Luke Rogers, who's moaning a little bit about first team football, but to be quite honest, he's on the wrong side of 30, and I'm only keeping him because he's influential, really. He's an influential player, so I just don't want to break the squad spirit at the moment. If, you know, it's something that I need to... If he becomes less influential because he's playing less, you know, I might be able to steer him out of the club without being any controversy. But I'm not going to do that at the moment. But we've obviously got this game against Chester in which we could get top of the table. And the two managers shake hands. I don't know who my counterpart is, but let's get straight into it, shall we? So Jarvis to Laurie to Bellinger, to Fitzpatrick there to Laurie. We don't really need to commentate on this because we know absolutely nothing will happen. I mean, I know in one game in the Evo Stick last year we scored within 15 seconds courtesy of Skeppelhorn, but not quite today. And Wrexham have took an early lead against the FC United of Manchester. And I think in terms of our strikers, just going on to a different discussion point, I think that Jarvis is really outshining Skeppelhorn now. So hopefully Skeppelhorn takes a bit of motivation from that and wants to become the star player again. Of course, the top goal scorer last year was Skeppelhorn. But bear in mind, Skeppelhorn's never played at this level, you know. He really only got first team football last year. And I think that would have been a massive motivation for him to get the top goal scorer for us. But this year, I think it's going to be a transition year for him. But I want to keep him at the end of the day because he did so well last year. It'd be so harsh to get rid of him. And to be quite honest, I still think he does a decent job now. You know, he got an assist in the last game. But in this game, unfortunately, nothing's happened so far. We're at half-time. We've had no highlights. We've got the most possession. As it says there, it's safe to say it hasn't been a classic so far. And it seems on this, it's quite weird to be honest, but it seems on this, that on the episode, sorry, that was weird because about 30, they just jumped to 30 seconds in. I didn't cut anything there, that's quite weird, but oh well. But yeah, it seems that on these episodes that it's a bit of a conspiracy because the first games, you know, about 10-12 minutes of footage, and the second games are like 5. So the second games of the episode, in conclusion, are always a bit shorter. And that's a bit of a conspiracy, but more often than not is the word that we do well. I can't even remember what I was saying today now. I've just been distracted by a message in the bottom corner. But yeah, it seems that we do well in the first match, or it's high scoring, and then the second match nothing happens, and literally nothing is happening in this match, and that's quite a concern. So we're going to have to try and push forward, bring another striker on, bring Rodgers on for heaven's sake for Jarvis as an advance forward. We'll bring Crooks on for Adams, and we'll push Adams forward first off. So we need to sort that out here. Push Adams forward and bring Crooks on as a advanced playmaker on attack. And then these two can play. He can play as a fullback on defend, and then you can play fullback automatic, and you can play fullback automatic as well. Actually, why not? So that looks all good to me. So let's try and go and win this game against Chester. Oh dear, never mind. Thornton to Hale. Bellinger gets it out. Go on, Laurie, have a run for it. Put pressure on the defender, Hutchinson. Put it out. Can we get that? Law does get that to Laurie. Really nice header to Laurie, and a really long range header actually. Laurie to Skeppelhorn. To Skeppelhorn, he's in the box. It's a penalty! Yay! It's a penalty, that'll do. And James Laurie will take the penalty. Quite deservedly, to be quite honest there. And yeah, I'll be more than happy to see him take this penalty. And James Laurie is about to step up to take the penalty. He rolls us with his socks apparently. And it's 1-0 Hednesford Town. And I need to pinch myself because we are joint top of the National League North at the moment. This is crazy. This is bonkers. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is fantastic. I'm sure we'll come and we'll do badly. That's what I'm trying to say in the next few games. It'll go terribly, I'm sure it will. But Oshie gets a nice tackle in. Fitzpatrick. Up to Rodgers. Come on, Rodgers. Get it goal. Prove that you should be in this first team. But he deflects the ball. And it's to Laurie. Oh, it's off the post. How unlucky is that? It deflected to Laurie. And he tried to score, but it went off the post. That is so unlucky. And Ryan Law really impressing again with a 7.0 rating, which is fantastic to see. Great to see a youngster doing so well. A bit like Skeppelhorn did last year, and that's fantastic. But now they're on the ball. Allen to Oshie. Oshie's got the ball. Wallacott just chucked that out. Lovely stuff. Up to Skeppelhorn. He doesn't quite get that, but Crooks does retrieve that. Law. Fitzpatrick. Get that up. Skeppelhorn. Oh, no, it's been a bit of a mistake from them. Laurie's on the ball. He shoots, but Lynch gets to it, and we should have really scored from that, as the commentary says there. We're going to get counter-attacking now and tighten up a bit. We're top of the table. Oh, my God. Wrexham have lost something. They've lost a goal or whatever that may be. And we're top of the table for the moment. Christ, unbelievable. Right, Hale to their player. Wheatley gets that. Nice stuff. Hale put it in. It's going to be a goal, this is. Oh, I knew it would be. I predicted it. And we fell from grace. And that's a goal. That is not fantastic at all. But I suppose we can think positively. You know what I mean? We haven't lost this game. But it's not all over yet. You know, Hale puts it to... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the goal scorer either. I think that's quite fair enough, to be honest. I'm not trying to pronounce that. But it's 1-1. And that is not great at all. That's a bit of a shame. But hopefully we can go on to win. This is going to be another highlight. Hopefully there will be. Push forward maybe. Come on. Let's go route 1. I really want to try and win this now. Hit early crosses. All that stuff. Dribble less. Blah, blah, blah. Slightly higher defensive line. Can we get anything in these last 5 minutes of the game? I don't think we will. But there is a highlight with 3 minutes to go. If we go and lose this now, this will be a bit embarrassing. But hopefully we don't. To Alan. To whatever his name is. The goal scorer. Oh, no, they're going to score it, aren't they? I just can feel it. White's in the box. And he saves, does Wallacott. Fantastic stuff there from Wallacott. And he really deserves his place in the team at the moment. Fantastic stuff. That looks like it's going to be end, though. He rolls for his socks, does Wallacott, with the goal kick. And that should be it. Blow full-time, ref. Come on, I'm probably standing on the sideline doing this. And they've got an attack. What's going on? What's going on? Come on, Crooks, get it out. Just blow the whistle. Crooks. To Rogers. Okay, it's back to them now. Never mind. But come on, Wallacott, hold the ball till it's full-time. Till he blows that whistle, hold the ball. Puts it out. Clears it. We're still going here. James. Oh, that's it. Thank God. That was a bit unfortunate, I'll be honest. You know, we should have really won that game. We lost 2 points there, but we did all right. You know, 4 points out of 6 in that episode. And if you'd have handed that to me before we got promoted to the Vanarama National League North, I'd have took it and said thank you very, very much. I'll have a look when we're coming back quickly. I didn't actually do that last episode. I just left it on a, well, not even a cliffhanger, but you know what I mean. But, come on. Seems to be taking forever now to get out of this screen, which is a bit annoying. And by the way, I need my haircut. It's really long. I'm just trying to make small talk now. But Altrincham beating Southport 6-0. That's quite funny, actually. But there we go. Right, schedule. We will play. We will come back. We'll leave it a bit now. But we'll come back for those games against... Yeah, we'll come back for the second qualifying round in episode 4. So we will come back for the games against... Yeah, that sounds good to me. Kettering Town and Leamington. Then we'll obviously come back for the unknown. And then against Wrexham, we're first in the table at the moment. So, guys, if you've enjoyed that, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Comment any thoughts about this video, any transfer suggestions you might have. Oh, hold on. Speaking of transfers, we did actually make one transfer. This is a bit of a weird ending, but Lee Smith's gone to Ware. And, yeah, he wasn't really being used. And played 10 games last year. But he's now at West. So that's the end of this video. That's a bit of a cliffhanger, isn't it? Oh, blimey. But anyway, I've been CIJ. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 PM as always. Goodbye.